Imagine a world where Google never dominated, a world where another powerful search engine, a true titan of its time, was poised to define our internet experience. AltaVista. What if I told you that this digital behemoth, this seemingly invincible pioneer, wasn't just outcompeted, but was instead deliberately, systematically dismantled? What if the story of its downfall is far more sinister than a simple tale of technological obsolescence? To understand the true tragedy and potential conspiracy behind AltaVista's dramatic fall from grace, we need to rewind to the mid-1990s. The internet, a sprawling, untamed wilderness of information, was just beginning to take shape. Finding anything amidst the nascent chaos was like searching for a needle in a digital haystack. Enter AltaVista, launched in December 1995 by researchers at Digital Equipment Corporation, DEC. It wasn't just another search engine, it was a revelation. While other early search tools offered rudimentary directories or struggled with indexing the vastness of the web, AltaVista was a technological marvel, a beast of efficiency. It boasted an incredibly fast, powerful crawler, dubbed Scooter, that indexed a monumental number of pages, far more than any competitor at the time. This wasn't just about quantity, it was about quality and speed. Users could type in complex queries, search for specific phrases, and get results almost instantaneously. It was the first search engine to offer natural language interrogations, allowing users to ask questions as if they were talking to another person. It even supported multilingual searches, a groundbreaking feature for its era. Suddenly, the internet felt navigable, explorable, and accessible in ways it never had before. AltaVista wasn't just a tool, it was the gateway to a new world for millions. It became the default search engine for Netscape's Navigator browser, essentially making it the internet's homepage for a significant portion of early web users. Its traffic soared, reaching tens of millions of monthly page views. DEC had a goldmine on its hands, a revolutionary product that seemed destined to conquer the burgeoning digital landscape. But then something shifted, a subtle, almost imperceptible tremor that would eventually lead to an earthquake. But things took a darker turn, a series of corporate blunders and strategic misdirections that began to unravel AltaVista's seemingly unshakable position. Even as its popularity grew, DEC, its parent company, started to view AltaVista not as a core product, but as a marketing tool, a flashy showpiece for its advanced alpha servers. This seemingly innocuous reclassification had profound consequences. Instead of investing heavily in its development, refining its algorithms, and expanding its features for users, AltaVista was repeatedly handed off, a digital hot potato passed between various business units. DEC's management, primarily hardware-focused, didn't fully grasp the immense potential of a search engine as a standalone business. They saw servers, they didn't see the future of information retrieval. This internal neglect was the first crack in the foundation. Then came the corporate carousel. In 1998, Compaq acquired DEC, and with it, AltaVista. While Compaq initially seemed interested in leveraging AltaVista, their vision was muddled. They dabbled in attempts to turn it into a portal, mimicking Yahoo by adding news, weather, and shopping modules. This was a critical misstep. AltaVista's strength was its core search functionality, its unparalleled ability to find information. By cluttering the interface with portal-like features, it diluted its brand, confused its users, and most importantly, made it slower. The clean, crisp search experience that had once defined it was now bogged down by extraneous content. The focus shifted from pure search excellence to attracting advertisers through varied content, sacrificing the very thing that made it special. While AltaVista was fumbling with its identity, a new, leaner, and ruthlessly efficient competitor was quietly emerging from the shadows: Google. Launched in 1998, Google's philosophy was elegantly simple: prioritize relevant search results above all else. Its PageRank algorithm was a game changer, delivering superior results that AltaVista, bogged down by its portal strategy, was increasingly unable to match. While AltaVista was adding features, Google was refining its core competency, becoming faster, more intuitive, and more accurate. The gap was widening, not necessarily because AltaVista was bad, but because it was losing its edge, distracted by corporate whims and a fundamental misunderstanding of its own value proposition. The internet was evolving at a breakneck pace, and AltaVista, once a trailblazer, found itself struggling to keep up, shackled by corporate inertia and a series of strategic misfires that felt almost intentional in their destructive efficiency. The stage was set for a decisive blow, a knockout punch that would forever alter the landscape of the internet. What they discovered next changed everything. The turning point, the true death knell for AltaVista's dominance, came in 1999. Compaq, despite AltaVista's declining market share, decided to spin it off into a separate company, hoping to capitalize on the dot-com bubble. This move, while seemingly an attempt to unlock value, instead ushered in an era of even greater instability. AltaVista was suddenly a standalone entity, adrift in a fiercely competitive market, still saddled with a portal strategy that was clearly failing. Compounding the problem, a significant portion of its search results was being licensed by other portals, including Yahoo, effectively cannibalizing its own user base. Why go to AltaVista when its results were available elsewhere? Then, in 2000, amid the growing triumph of Google and the bursting of the dot-com bubble, AltaVista was sold to CMGI, an internet investment company, for approximately $2.3 billion. CMGI, a company already struggling, poured more money into the failing portal strategy, believing they could somehow turn it around. They invested in advertising, tried to build out a community, but it was too little, too late. The technical superiority that had once been its hallmark had eroded. Its user base continued to hemorrhage. Crucially, while AltaVista was preoccupied with its portal identity and corporate reshuffles, Google was relentlessly innovating. They weren't just returning links, they were subtly introducing features like contextual advertising, laying the groundwork for a sustainable business model that AltaVista completely missed. The final crushing blow came with the economic downturn of the early 2000s and the subsequent dot-com crash. CMGI, teetering on the brink, could no longer sustain AltaVista's losses. In 2003, it was sold again, this time to Overture Services, Inc., which was later acquired by Yahoo, and that effectively was the end. AltaVista was relegated to the status of a mere branded search provider for Yahoo, its original innovative spirit and potential completely extinguished. It ceased to exist as a standalone search engine. Its once revolutionary technology folded into Yahoo's infrastructure, then eventually deprecated. The pioneer had been systematically dismantled, stripped of its identity, and absorbed by its former competitors. A stark reminder of how quickly even the most dominant technology can fall without clear vision and consistent innovation. To this day, we may never know the full extent of the internal machinations and missed opportunities that ultimately led to AltaVista's demise. Was it simply a case of poor management and an inability to adapt, or was there something more deliberate in its systematic dismantling? The corporate carousel, the misguided portal strategy, the constant selling and rebranding, each step seemed to chip away at its core strength, leaving it vulnerable to its emerging rivals. AltaVista was a testament to early internet innovation, a potent force that could have, perhaps should have, defined an era. Its story serves as a chilling reminder that even groundbreaking technology isn't immune to corporate mismanagement, strategic blunders, and the relentless march of progress. We are left only with the haunting what ifs. What if DEC had nurtured it, seeing its true potential? What if Compaq hadn't tried to turn it into a portal? What if CMGI had refocused on its core search capabilities instead of chasing quick advertising dollars? The internet we know today would undoubtedly be different. AltaVista's legacy is a cautionary tale, a ghost in the machine of the internet's history, whispering about the giants that could have been. If you want more mysteries like this, the next video explores the forgotten social media empire that almost eclipsed Facebook.